Well, that was interesting now, wasn't it? We are swimming through Pisces season. So what do you expect? What do you expect? Are you ready to talk about the new moon tonight? The new moon in Pisces coming up on the 15th. Let's do this. Hello there, enchanted one, and welcome to Spirit Throw Me a Bone, your spiritual lifestyle channel, where every week we come together to cultivate our connection with the enchanted universe and coax spirit to throw us a bone. And we do this in three ways. First, we create sacred space and signal our intention to receive gifts of enchantment from spirit. Second, we flex our enchantment muscles and we consult the oracles of astrology and the tarot. And third, we welcome young self, and with a beginner's mind, we explore all manner of metaphysical and consciousness-raising topics. So let's get started right now by creating sacred space together. You know how to do that, so if you are not already snuggled up next to your altar, then just make one. Place something sacred on that table right next to you. Something as simple as a candle, or maybe a special object, maybe a crystal, or maybe just kick back and take a deep breath. I'm going to give you a few minutes if you'd like to gather some sacred objects. Otherwise, as I said, just kick back, take a deep breath, chill. This is your time. This is sacred time. Okay, so are you all snuggled up next to your altar? Did you take a few deep breaths? Let's create sacred space together. And it only takes 2 parts intention and 1 part imagination. So imagine, if you will, that we are creating a virtual sacred circle, a container, and imagine it first of all as a circle around the physical space that you occupy right now. And then also push that out so that it is also a sacred container in virtual space, enclosing all of us who are together with us tonight on Spirit Throw Me a Bone, enclosing all of us together in sacred space. And we're going to create that circle as I call the directions and the 4 elements. So let's get started. By the air that is her breath, welcome east. By the fire of her bright spirit, welcome south. By the waters of her living womb, welcome west. And by the earth that is her body, welcome north. As above, so below, we are in sacred space. Here we are in sacred space. See how easy that was? How are you guys tonight? Tell me how you are. Pisces season, is it being good to you? Let's say hello to a couple people. Hello there, Miss Anne. Thank you so much for joining us. You're just gonna kick back and watch the show. Well, that's the whole idea now, isn't it? I'm going to get untangled right here for a second. There we go. All right, and there's beautiful Paula. Hi, Paula. Paula, Leo rising Paula. Now you know your rising sign. Isn't that exciting? And, of course, Kathleen, who we've missed the last couple weeks. Glad to see you back. And she's doing okay. So, all right. I guess you came in on Facebook first and then on YouTube. That's what it looks like to me. Anywho. Gee, guys. Pisces season. Let's talk a little bit about that. We're just going to dive right into our astrology. There we go. Look at those fishes. How about that? One fish is swimming up and one is swimming down. Do you know why? Do you know what the symbolism of that is? If you do, or if you have a guess, pop it there in the comments. Oh, that would be wonderful. And I'm going to share us with the group in hopes that others join the circle with like-minded peeps. Well, that's the whole idea. And Erin, hello, girl. So we have a quorum already. Oh, look, and Janet's here too. Hey, Janet. Janet, Miss Pisces rising. Okay, so we got one fish swimming up and one fish swimming down. So what that symbolizes is reaching towards spirit and reaching towards matter. So what is Pisces? It is the 12th sign of the zodiac, right? So Pisces represents that energy that is the pause before rebirth. It's the total and complete end of the cycle just before rebirth. Okay, so it's like liminal space, right? It's like, oh, the word will come to me in a little bit. But You know, it reminds me of the tarot card, the Hanged Man, the guy that hangs upside down. I have a picture of him, actually. I'll show you. There. The Hangman. What is the Hangman? He's actually Neptune. Now, you know that ancient astrologers didn't know about Neptune. Neptune had not been discovered yet. So Pisces is ruled by the planet Jupiter. Yeah, a little bit of astrology trivia for you there. Okay, let's go away. There we go. Okay, so, oh yes. Hey, Mr. Lance. Lance is with us too. We got Lance in the house. You know who's not here? I was getting ready to say, because I was thinking that Lance is the only male with us tonight. Our friend Robin is not here tonight. So he must be otherwise occupied. This is the first stream that he hasn't joined us on in oh so long. We are missing him, but we are glad to see you, Lance. So you got to hang around, Lance, because you're the token male. It's such an honor, right? All right. As I remember, Lance, you have Virgo rising. So this means all this Pisces stuff I'm talking about, this is in your 7th house. So this would apply to your partnerships, your romantic partnerships, any kind of a business partnership, any one-on-one relationship is got that Pisces energy for you. With Virgo rising, the opposite sign is Pisces. So that would be, yeah. So as I'm talking about Pisces, you'd be thinking if this applies to people you tend to attract as romantic partners or partners generally. So, what else can I say about Pisces? Yeah, transcendence, creativity, of the ethereal type, mysticism, of course, sensitivity. It's a water sign, mutable water sign, meaning changeable. Mutable means changeable, right? As opposed to Cancer is a fixed water, cardinal water sign. And then we know who's our fixed water sign, Scorpio. But Pisces is mutable. Really wishy-washy, that Pisces energy. So, one could say that Pisces tend to wear rose-colored glasses. Tend to be a bit idealistic, but that can be very beautiful, right? In its highest expression of the vibration, you know. But the shadow side, of course, is that Pisces have a tendency to over-idealize things. A tendency towards escapism, addiction even. What else? Deceit, being less than honest. Because, you know, the Pisces kind of puts a fog over everything. You know, it can be that beautiful, misty filter over things, but it also could be a fog where you can't see things clearly. So, there you go. Oh, so we got Aaron has Pisces moon. And wow. Yeah, so this is interesting because Aaron has Sun in Cancer, right? Scorpio rising and a Pisces moon. Is that enough water for you there? And Janet's got a Pisces moon and Pisces rising, so that puts moon in your 1st house, Janet. You intuitive, sweet thing, you. Oh, now come on. Not too much water. Can't have too much of a good thing. Well, yeah, you can. No, not too much water. Come on. It's a special gift that you have, right? Just got to learn how to swim. That's all. All right, so Pisces season, right? But what is going on during Pisces season? Of course, if we have a new moon during any astrological sign, which we will have a new moon in every sign, I suppose. Yeah. Well, yeah, every 28 days. So every zodiacal sign every season will have its new moon corresponding to that season, because a new moon is the sun together in the sky conjunct with the moon, right? So if the sun is in Pisces, then guess what? The moon is in Pisces, right? That's why we're having a Pisces new moon on the 15th. But this one is really special, and I will tell you why. This deserves a little background music even. Okay, I will tell you why. Let me put it up here on the screen for you. So, actually this is not the one I wanted, but we can deal with this. Oh yeah, this is actually my natal chart with the new moon chart on the outside. All right, so, but let's look at the wheel, the outer wheel, right? So, what is going on here? I did the wrong thing. Oh, guys, you know what? Just, let's not look at this. That's not what I wanted. I can find it though. Hold on. Hold on. That was a new moon on February 11th, that's why. New moon March 13th. Okay, we'll take a quick look at this. And I'm going to take this off. And we're going to do a screen share. I thought. Maybe not. Let's try again. Wow. Well, I think I know what might be the problem here. Sorry, guys. Nope. Alright, I'm about to give up. I don't want to waste your time on this here. Lance, see, this still happens to me. Astro Gold. I think one of my overlays is hiding it. This is annoying. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. Okay, so this is the Pisces new moon, guys. Sorry, it took me so long to pull it up. So look at all of this right here. Not just, never mind what house it's in, but look, you got the sun at 23 degrees, the moon at 23 degrees. So that's a definition of a new moon, same degree, the sun and the moon. But look, Neptune is at 20 and Venus is at 19. Wow, this is a very magical, creative, inspired, ethereal, beautiful, beautiful new moon energy. And it may be just about the most beautiful lunation of the entire year. So let's talk about this in our individual charts, okay? Come back here. Coming back to my rising signs, now that I messed up my whole scene because I couldn't get the right thing to come up. No, I don't want that. Okay. All right. Yes, Venus at 19 Pisces, Neptune at 20 Pisces, and then the new moon at 23. Everything is packed together. A ton of Pisces energy. Why is it so beautiful? Well, Venus is beautiful. Venus is the planet of beauty and love and partnership and harmony and all things pleasurable. And Venus is exalted in Pisces, meaning she loves to be in the sign of Pisces. She can really show her stuff in Pisces. Neptune at 20 degrees Pisces. Now, Neptune, again, the ancient astrologers didn't know about Neptune. Some people, some modern astrologers, think that Neptune rules the sign of Pisces. But the ancients believed that Jupiter ruled Pisces. So Neptune, though, you know, is we know why modern astrologers believe that Neptune ruled Pisces, because it symbolizes, the archetype is so similar to Pisces, right? The otherworldliness, the ethereal beauty, the notion of transcendence, also like the mistiness and the lack of clarity, and you know, you know, what I've talked about with the rose-colored glasses. So, wow, this new moon just packs a Pisces punch in a big way, right? So let's look at it for everybody. I'm just checking real quick. Make sure I didn't miss anybody new coming in. Thank you guys so much all for being here. Alrighty, let's look at our charts, guys. Okay. Let's see if we can do this one right. Alright, let's just go right down the line. Do we have any Aries rising? I know of a gentleman watching who has Aries rising. He doesn't like to make comments, but we'll discuss this energy for Aries rising. Where do we see all those Pisces planets, Aries rising? We see them in your 12th house. Now, again, modern astrologers believe in something called the 12-letter alphabet. And that basically, they believe that the houses had planetary rulers. Ancient astrologers. No, not so much. But anyway, if you were to be applying the 12-letter alphabet, you would say that the 12th house is Neptune itself, right? And Pisces, according to modern astrologers, is Neptune itself. Anyway, all this Pisces in the 12th house makes for a really Piscean new moon, and the energies are felt in terms of the shadow. All the new moon is just going to be stirring up shadow energies. It can be a really intuitive time if the Aries rising folks decide to get quiet. They may not have a choice about getting quiet, because the new moon may find them in a situation where they are in need of retreat or isolation for some reason. Anyhow, it's really a beautiful energy for creativity, introspection, meditation, quiet reflection. Quiet reflection. Not a good time to be making a lot of decisions, signing contracts, because one does not see clearly, right, with all of these energies, with all this Pisces stuff. You know, it could sound like the beautiful, perfect, exact, ideal situation. And it may be that for 5 minutes. But be careful about signing on the dotted line. It doesn't mean that it can't be beautiful. It doesn't mean that it can't be real. Okay, but just practice discernment. And that goes for everybody under these new moon energies. Practice discernment. It's going to bring beautiful, beautiful things to you. They will look perfect. They will look ideal. And maybe they are, but maybe they aren't. So, discernment is the word of the day. All right, Taurus rising. We got a couple of folks with Taurus rising. Miss Kathleen, Miss Ann, Taurus rising. Where is all this Pisces energy for you? But it's in the 11th house of friends and groups. All right, so if you're involved in a group, wow, what a beautiful what a beautiful time to spend with a creative type of a group where you're expressing your creativity, music, art. I will say that, you know, you may find yourself hanging out with like-minded friends if you are, of course you are, because you're here but of spiritual nature. I will say again, discernment is important. So just be aware that whatever affiliations you have, particularly if they are new, that, you know, if someone seems like the perfect guru type, practice discernment. Practice discernment, because they may be perfect in the beginning, but there may be something you're not seeing through those rose-colored glasses. That is Taurus. Okay, who do we have with Gemini rising? I don't believe we have any Gemini risings. Cancer rising. I don't think we've got any Cancer rising. Now, if there are any lurkers out there with Cancer rising, then if you don't tell me you're out there, I can't read for you. And if I miss anybody, let me know. Okay? All right, this is Lance. Lance, you still with us, dear? Okay, so this new moon is in your 7th house. So, Lance, my darling, are you married or are you in a committed partnership? If you are, or if you aren't, this focus is on your house of partnerships, marriage, one-to-one relationships. Okay, so could be a very beautiful and romantic time. If you haven't met someone, or if you're not involved with someone that could seem perfect could come into your life. You could have like that out of this world date, right? Remember I mentioned something about deception in Pisces, right? Just bear in mind that Pisces, the lower vibration of that energy can be deceptive. So just have your antennas up. Have your antennas up, you know? But more than likely, with the benefic Venus involved, it's beautiful things coming your way. Beautiful, creative opportunities in the house of partnerships and relationship. Okay, that is Virgo rising. Okay, well, here we go. This is Libra rising, and I'm missing Robin because he's my other Libra rising person, and he is not here tonight. Anyway, Libra rising. Yours truly has Libra rising. Look at all these Pisces planets in my 6th house. What is 6th house, guys? 6th house is work and toil. It's also health. So, Pisces in the house of work and toil. It could just feel like maybe work is bringing some opportunities for creativity and maybe work opportunities that are of the spiritual nature, that are of a mystical nature. Maybe some connections to other folks in the workplace who share these ideals. Health-wise, I don't really like a new moon in my 6th house. Thank you very much. Just means to focus there. In Pisces, I don't know. I don't know what that can mean, other than maybe whatever. If there's a health issue, maybe it won't be clear what's going on with that. I don't know. I'll fill you in. I'll fill you in. And that goes for everybody, like I forget sometimes to check in with you to see how these energies work out. But remind me next week to check with you on the new moon energies. And now, so the new moon, as all astrological transits, they fade in, they fade out. So when we talk about the new moon, we think about these energies that will stretch out throughout the lunar cycle, which is approximately 28 days, right? So, and we talk about the new moon being a time of setting intentions. Okay, so with the 6th house new moon in Pisces, for example, I might want to be setting some intentions to, expand my connections in the workplace with creative folks who are, of the spiritual views that I share, or something like that, right? So think about that. Think about you setting intentions relative to the house that the new moon falls in, right? Because we know we set intentions at the new moon, and we know by the full moon we can see the manifestation, the fruit fall from the tree, you know, from the intention we set at the new moon. Make sense? Alrighty. Oh, so Lance says that he is single and dating. Lance, you are single and dating. Well, I'm telling you, Lance, on the 15th, or even just, did I say the 15th? 13th. Have I been saying the 15th all night? It's the 13th. Yeah, it's the 13th. Right. I gotta make sure. I'm gonna double check. I don't want to tell you the wrong date. Have I been saying the wrong date all night long? Yeah, 13th. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, the 13th. So anywhere from like the 11th through the 15th, especially hot, but even throughout, you know, to the new moon. I mean, to the full moon. So this is the time to be dating. This is the time to be dating. Lance, you know, you can find some like really interesting individual, right? So I don't know. It sounds like a very romantic period of time. And I'm thinking about you and your work, you know, with film and creating beautiful images. And so, you know, this could translate work-wise too. Beautiful images. I mean, hey, that is Sun, Neptune, Venus, and Pisces if I ever heard it, right? A beautiful imagery is Piscean, Neptune is imagery, Venus is beauty. Okay, all right, who do we miss? We got Scorpio. So, Miss Erin, you are Scorpio rising. 5th house. Wow, this is such a creative opportunity. All of this creative energy in your 5th house of creativity. Also romance. So kind of like Lance, right? Kind of like Lance that, you know, some romantic opportunities may arise during this new moon in your 5th house. But gee, if there's anything that you can do, you know, where you're expressing your creativity or just indulging in like the arts, for example, this is a really great time to do it over the next month or so. Alrighty, that was Scorpio rising, and I don't think we have any Sag risings. Julie's not here. Cap rising, no Cap rising. I think the only person we have left is you, Paula. So let's look at Leo rising. We skipped right over Leo. Okay, so this is in your 8th house. Boy, this is the 8th house is a deep transformational house, similar to the 12th house. Only the 8th house can tend to be a little bit more related to the realm of matter. It's other people's resources. So if you are considering making a purchase with somebody else, any financial dealings with another person, I would probably say, I don't know. Because, you know, it's beautiful, creative, lovely, inspired energies, but the propensity not to see something clearly is just a little bit too high for my comfort. If you were considering some type of financial dealings during this new moon period in Pisces. Now, it could be, you know, maybe you're going to go in with somebody on some kind of a project, a creative project in film, or I don't know, something that, if the project itself is very Neptunian and very Piscean, then probably it's okay. That would just be describing that. But otherwise, I don't know. Now, the 8th house is a house of anxiety and fear too. So like the 12th house, like the 6th house, you know, these aren't our favorite houses to see the new moon in. That's not to say something terrible is going to befall you, but, you know, there just could be a sense of worry and even like, you know, just avoid the tendency to want to escape. You know, if you're feeling flooded with emotion. And I will say, you know, this whole notion of surrender under the Pisces energy is huge, really. That's why we have the tarot card, the Hanged Man, right? It's spiritual surrender. It's letting go and letting God. And so this goes for everybody too, underneath these Piscean energies. You know, prayer and trusting the divine and making that connection, transcending, is possible, and in a healthy spiritual way recommended during these energies. It'll just be easier. You know, meditation will just flow, right? So just, you know, for all of us, we need to just make sure that these Piscean energies are expressed in the highest vibration, which is, you know, to reach spirit, yet not to escape, right? Not to numb ourselves. Okay? So that is that. I think we took a spin all the way through, guys. Did I miss anybody? Did I miss anybody? Does anybody have any questions or feedback on this Pisces stuff? Anybody feeling this Pisces season and this upcoming new moon already? Like, what's today? Today's the 7th. It's a little early to feel the new moon energies. But I definitely wanted, guys, to talk to you about this because, again, I think it's probably the most beautiful lunation of the year. And so, you know, if we have the next week or so, we're just now approaching the dark moon. So, you know, if we can enter our quiet meditative spaces between now, particularly between now and, you know, this new moon, and set that intention to harness these energies in the highest vibration that they make available to us, right? To set intentions to connect with spirit, to connect with the beautiful things that bring us pleasure, that are healthy, to understand that, you know, any desire to escape at this point, it needs to be tempered a bit with discernment. Make sure that we're not, you know, indulging all that Piscean energy that we feel welling up inside of us, not indulging in, you know, substances that aid us in escape, right? Because, you know, the energy is already there for us to kind of transcend, right? We don't need to be adding substances to that because then it's like a double dose. Like, we don't need that, right? So we just to be able to remain grounded while experiencing these beautiful energies, that's the key. That's the key. So let's pray that we can all do that, right? And we'll check in with one another. We'll check in with one another next week, and, you know, anybody can post in the Facebook group. If anybody has any questions, wanted to message me privately, or, you know, I'm open to discussing any of these Pisces energies with you, sharing maybe what your experiences might be. But really, it's a beautiful lunation. It's really beautiful. You know, there are, as any of the, you know, archetypes, they can offer to us, you know, the shadow side as well. So, but I like this one. I think this is really quite beautiful, and I don't see, you know, I think the chances are that, you know, we're all going to benefit from the beauty and, you know, the spiritual gifts of this lunation, and that we're not going to be so worried about the shadow side, right? because we're aware, right? We know what we're looking out for. Okay, I have babbled on about that enough, guys. I just wanted to know what you guys think about that. Like, some people I know. What do you mean that is so normal to you? Some folks give Pisces a bad rap, and that's not very nice. Don't bully beautiful, gentle, shy Pisces. Don't bully her, him. But some people, some folks, you know, yeah, have you ever noticed like some folks are like, oh no, it's a Pisces. I don't get along with Pisces. Or, oh no, I just can't deal with Capricorn. Right? So we need to be careful about that, guys. Know what? I'm not following you, sweetie. Anyhow, there we go. Okay, so what I think we might want to do right now is how about we switch to tarot? And who was this up here? Leo. Goodbye, Leo. There we go. How about we switch to tarot, guys? And let's pull, I didn't pull out my majors because I just did a reading not too long before I came on tonight. Let's pull one major for this lunation cycle. How about that? And so really this will be like what does this new moon have in store for us? Okay, what do we need to be aware of? Okay, we're going to ask the tarot. And we're going to pull from the majors only. We're going to ask the oracle for advice. Like, what do we need to be aware of during this lunation cycle? And that will be interesting to see what comes up. And this will be for all of us. Now, this card, depending on the card, it could be a warning. It could be just a clarification of what the lunation cycle means, what the, this new moon in Pisces conjunct Neptune and Venus means. Maybe it just wants to clarify that. Maybe both. Maybe it wants to clarify and give us a heads up. Maybe it wants to give us a heads up, not so much as a warning, but a heads up in terms of what we should be pursuing with these energies. Okay, and this is going to be one card from the majors for the entire Spirit Throw Bone community to work with. All right, make sure I got all these guys. Okay, anybody want to take a guess of what card we're going to pull? Use that old intuition. Okay. So you're saying you live in both worlds. So you got one foot on the ground and your wand facing spirit, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or maybe 2 feet on the ground and your wand pointing to spirit. Okay, there's 22 of them there. Kathleen, I'm so glad you're back this week. Did you go someplace nice, or were you just otherwise occupied? Because I missed you. We missed you. Did you guys see it's supposed to be like in the 70s next week? I think I'm going to try to get out and take care of my Purple Martin houses before they arrive at the end of the month. Early April. Okay, I'm going to go pull this over at the altar. I'll switch cameras so you can watch me, make sure I'm not cheating. There we go. All right, I haven't looked yet. Did we have any guesses of what card it is? No guesses? Okay, so here she is. Valentine's Day dinner, and then last Sunday got hung up on a project and the time got away from you. I hope it was a lovely project. Valentine's Day dinner. Valentine's Day dinner with a Valentine? Okay. We need a sound effect. All right. Shall we do this sound effect? A magical sound effect. You ready? Here's our card for this beautiful, beautiful Pisces new moon. Wow. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. Let me see if I have a graphic of that somewhere. I don't know if I do or not. Probably not. There we go. Yeah. We'll make it bigger. You can read it. See it. There it is. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, somebody give me a keyword for the Wheel of Fortune. Please. Aw. Aw, your future daughter-in-law and her parents for Valentine's Day. That's sweet. And your son too, I presume. Okay. I'm waiting for a keyword for Wheel of Fortune. You guys know I like to consult Barbara Moore. But before I do that, I'm just going to go on what I intuitively know and remember about the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, and he did the cooking. Well, your daughter-in-law is a smart woman for marrying a man who can cook. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune, also called the Wheel of Fate, I believe. Right? So it's like, okay, what goes around comes around, right? So how do we think about this in terms of this new moon? Beautiful. Let's see what Barbara Moore says about the Wheel of Fortune. What number is it? 10. I'm going to show you Barbara Moore's Wheel of Fortune. It doesn't want to pull up my iPhone. Why not? Look there. Come on now. That's the first time it hasn't pulled up the iPhone in a while. Huh. Interesting. Okay, well, I guess I'm not going to show you, but I'll read it. Core meaning. Core meaning. A random occurrence is at hand. The Wheel of Fortune represents the random hand of fate, which can be lucky or unlucky. There is no judgment or assessment of your life in this card. It is more impersonal than Justice or the Tower, for example. Randomness is as much a part of life as the natural order. This card gives you a heads up that something unexpected is about to drop into your life. Wow. Wow. Unexpected and beautiful. Because, of course, it's this new moon in Pisces conjunct Neptune and Venus. Well, what do you think about that, guys? What do you think about that? We got the Wheel of Fortune for this whole new moon cycle. So I think what it's saying is keep your eye out for an expression of karma. And, yeah, certainly a gift from the enchanted universe might be on its way. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, guys, we're just moving right along tonight. That's what we have for you. So, thanks for joining me tonight. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I really hope that you have... Whoop, go back there. I really do hope that you have a beautiful, beautiful Pisces new moon. It should be beautiful for all of us, right? It's got the Neptune there with Venus. So try and remember what we talked about in terms of where it's falling in your chart, what house. Think about those topics. Again, if you have any questions, you can go ahead and message me. You can post a question on the Facebook page, STMB on the Facebook page, and everyone can then benefit from your question and answer. If you feel more comfortable messengering me privately, a direct message, then go right ahead. I'm happy to respond as well to that. But thank you again for joining us. And so now we're going to open up the circle.
Well, here we go, around again, and back we've come, still here I am. This is non-random, tandem orbit, we're forever kin, right here.
Oh.
Oh, holy, holy, and blessed be. I am your friend. You are to me, and most precious, stellar partner, dancing love's geometry with me again and again and again. And
I'm still here. I'm just trying to get the right camera here.
Everywhere
there we go.
You go.
Here we go. Okay, so we're going to open the circle. So we created an energetic container. We need to release it. Right? So we're going to do that together, and we're going to go in the opposite direction from the direction that we used when we created the circle. So here we go. By the earth that is her body, thank you, North. Whoops. Just to the east. Okay. By the waters of her living womb, thank you, West. By the fire of her bright spirit, thank you, South. And by the air that is her breath, thank you, East. As above, so below, the circle is open.
We Kept it right from the start.
Thank you again, everyone, for joining us tonight. It's so good to be with you every Sunday night, just to know that my enchanted friends are going to join me. Thank you so much. And remember, next week, same enchanted time, same enchanted channel. Enjoy this beautiful, beautiful Pisces New Moon coming up. We'll talk about it next weekend, because it'll be right upon us then, right? So, until then, be well, be true, be sacred, be you.
So in all our motions, we've made a web, our path is woven, we're common threads. There is nothing you could do to shake me loose. I've got you, I'm not leaving. So go climb your mountain and know your name. The call you answer springs from the same flame I do. And as you take your leap, just know before I fly into the deep, I'm right here with you. Everywhere you go, I'm right here with you. Everywhere you go, I'm right here with you. In case you needed to know if I was here, I'm right here with you. We're like the stars in the sky, they are made of light, and just like you and I, they are closely tied. We're of the same constellation. That's how we make it through the night. I'm right here with you. Everywhere you go, I'm right here